Hello, my name is Lazar Bogdan, and today I would like to present my idea about a revolutionary banking app. So, what would be the motivation behind it? First of all, I had to think about what would be the most frequent problem that people have when it comes to their material situation. I figured it out that many of them struggle with their money management. Also, since we're living in a time where the technology is everywhere, making our lives easier, I decided to design a banking system that can perform automated payments. The inspiration came from contactless cards which were designed to make the user feel less worried when paying for something. My design is following the same concept. The equation is simple. If the user makes the payments faster and easier, they will not have much time to reflect on their interaction. How am I addressing this design? While I have designed this system to be applicable to everyone, starting from a 12-year-old child up to persons that are over 60 years. Moreover, the app was designed not only for people that are tech savvy, it was designed in a simple manner so that everyone could use it. What do I solve with this design? The main goal of the design was to reduce the time people need to spend when it comes to paying taxes, fees, or other expenses. On the way to the final design, the project was updated. As I said before, some people need help when it comes to saving money. As a second goal, I have added into the design a way for people to track effectively their financial situation by adding different analytical features such as different kind of charts. Since the system can create digital cards, I thought it would be a great idea to introduce disposable cards to improve the security and make the user feel more comfortable making online payments. With this feature, the user can use his disposable card for only one payment. After that, the card will be destroyed and another one will be created, this preventing any card information theft. When it comes to limitations, I could say that the design has not been tested enough, since I did not have access to bigger masses of people. There are limitations when it comes to the technical side, such as server issues or the user losing the internet connections. Moreover, the first idea for this design was to convert the user funds into cryptocurrency. But then I realized that crypto is volatile and this might cause the user to lose money. During the scoping and design phase, some stakeholders stated that they would like to have smaller exchanges rates. This cannot be done since the bank would have financial losses. The single limitation when it comes to the usability would be when a user will try to log in by face recognition with the mask on, or by fingerprints with sweaty or dirty fingers. This is why the system has added multiple ways to log in. Lastly, the time can be considered a barrier, since the system could have been tested more efficiently if if it had some software components. The stages of the design. The first one was greenlighting, where I proposed my idea along with a set of sketches. In the scoping phase, I had semi-structured interviews in which the participants were asked things about how are they using their banking apps and what are their impressions on different features that can be added in a banking app. In addition to these interviews, I conducted a survey in order to gather quantitative data. Lastly, in the design phase, I used the gathered data to construct personas. With the constructed personas, I created a user journey map in order to figure out how to overcome different barriers, such as getting user to engage with the app and how to create a better experience for the user when using the app. Next, I conducted a VSD session where I learned about what are the user expectations when it comes to the app. In order to get a better understanding on how my user would imagine the app's interface, I conducted a collaborative design session. Now, in order to test the design, I have performed a guerrilla testing session in a train station since I could show the stakeholders the prototype on my phone. Alright, so now I'll present my final design of the app. As a note, I've used the heuristics from Schneider's Man 8 Golden Rules. So the user is first introduced with this screen where he has a button for creating an account and two more options in case he wants to look for more information or to contact the customer support service. If he tap if he taps create your account, he'll be taken to this screen where the app asks him to select the language and state if he's a new user or not. Next, if he's a new user, the app will ask him for his phone number and the email address since a verification code will be sent to his phone number. In case the verification code didn't send, he can press resend code again in order to resend the code again. Next, the app will ask him for a proof identity, which means that he will have to scan his ID. As you can see here, there is an option to scan the document and one more option for children named child mode, which I will talk about a bit later. So if he taps scan document, the camera will open and he will be able to take a photo of his document. After that, he'll be taken to the screen where he gets the chance to review the document in case he took a photo of an expired document. He can scan it again, and he also will have to fill in a few more information about his street, about his address, and his date of birth, and the document ID as well. And also to accept the terms and the conditions. After that, he can tap next, and he will be asked what kind of account he wants to open, such as a personal account or a business account. After that, the user will be able to set his PIN and the account has been created. He can hit start in order to go to the login page and start using the app. Now for children, uh, the procedure is a bit different because they have to get their guardians to scan their ID, and from here the procedure is the same. Open the camera, take a photo of your ID, rescan it if it needs, input a few more information, accept the terms, and then the child is ready to set his PIN and the account has been created. So if he press start, he will be taken to this screen where he can either use his fingerprint to log in, or if the technology allows, facial recognition, or even the passcode, meaning the PIN he already set. After that, the user will be taken to the home page where he has three buttons here: a scan feature, a button for a scan feature, a button for an account, a savings account feature, and a smart pay feature. So these are the main goals of the design. The scan feature is used mainly for paying bills, like for example, paying an electricity bill that has a barcode on it. You can just press this button here, you scan the barcode, and the app will automatically pay the bill. This making easier and faster the interactions between the user and the utilities provider. Um, Also here we have a chart for that shows his savings. Uh, Down here we have the most recent transactions with icons that can be pressed, and if you press one of these icons, uh, you already have a template where you can only have to set the amount you want to spend to transfer. You also have a total balance and a button for more details and a brief history of your recent transactions. Now if you tap scan, your camera will open and you'll be able to scan either the barcode or a QR code. After scanning, uh, you'll be taken to this screen where you have to enter your PIN in order to provide more security, and you will get the chance to review your payment. In case you're not happy with it, you can cancel it, or if you are alright with it, you can confirm it and you will get this screen which provides insurance for the user that the payment has been confirmed. Also, you have here a button to go back to the home menu. Now if you want to scan a barcode, the procedure is similar. You've got this screen where you can cancel the payment or confirm it, and again the payment confirmed screen. Now if you want to use the smart pay feature, you'll have to fill in a few fields such as the amount you want to transfer, the country where the money should go, in uh, the currency in which the money are sent, the account number to where the money are going, and the recipient first name and last name, and lastly the date at which the money will flow out of uh, your account. After everything has been filled in, you can hit schedule payment, and before 1 day before the payment is done, you will receive a notification where you are faced with three um, options: either to cancel the payment, either to accept it, or reschedule the payment. If you press accept, you will be taken to this confirmation screen, which has another button for home menu. Or if you're trying to reschedule it or even to change the information inside that payment, you can press reschedule payment and you will be taken to this screen where you can re-input all the data you need. So as you can see, all the data has been changed, even the date, and you just click reschedule payment, and after if the payment has been moved later, 1 day before that, you'll receive another notification, and if you accept it, you'll get this confirmation screen. Now if you tap the services button uh, on on the bottom of the app, you will be taken to a screen where you can see your cards. Here you have a menu with multiple services and a few card settings such as NFC, contactless payments, online payments, and ATM withdrawals. You also have here a digital card function that shows you your uh, original card, and also a disposable card button in case you want to make online payments, as I said before. Um, if you tap disposable card, you'll be taken to your disposable card, and if you tap either the disposable card, either the digital card, you will be taken to this small menu where you are asked if you want to show the card details or copy the card number in order to ease more the interaction of the user. Now if you tap this button here near the services, you'll be taken to this menu where you can do several things, such as, for example, if you press limit settings, a screen like this will pop up, and you will be able to set a limit for online shopping, for background transaction, and for even for buying stuff. You also can set the number of transactions made on each category, and if you tap security and settings here and pin, you'll be taken to this small menu where you can enable or disable the location, the swipe payments, and you can also tap change pin if you want to change the pin. So this is the screen for changing the pin. After you input a new pin, you have to confirm it and then hit confirm. If you tap card details in the services menu, you'll be taken to this screen where you can see details about your card, such as what type of card is, like a Visa or MasterCard, what type of card, like a credit card or a debit card, the card owner, the currency, the status, if the card is active or not, the date of issue, the expiry date, and the card name, which can be customizable. So if you hit my personal Visa, you'll be taken to this screen where you can change the name of your card. Next, if you hit account history, you'll be taken to this screen where you can select what kind of currency you want to see the history. You will see the balance, the current balance, and the most recent transactions. And if you click this icon here near the recent transactions, you will be taken to this screen, which is a filter, uh, which has the payment date range. So the user can set a range in which he can look at different transactions, and he can also set the amount, the range on the amount of the transactions. This making it easier for the user to look on recent transactions, like more specifically. He can also reset the filters to the default, and in order to apply the filters, he has to tap apply filters. This is how the transaction detail looks like. So you have the account for payment, the recipient account, the name, the payment date, the description, and the fee that the bank took. Next, you have here also a button for um, payments and exchanges, which if pressed, it will the user will be taken to this screen where he can choose either payments or exchange. Here he can see what type of payment he wants to make. Um, for example, if he presses euros, he will be taken to this one where he has to input the recipient information. This can be done either through scanning a QR code or a barcode, or with a template like this. If he press next, he will be faced with another screen where he has to fill in a few more information. So the amount, the date, the description, and the reference. And also he can choose if he needs an urgent payment, and also if he wants to save the template, and the template can be named as the user wants. If he taps continue to receipt, he will be taken to this screen where he can review the payment. Uh, if he is not happy with the payment, he can cancel the payment anytime. But if he wants to proceed with the payment, he just has to tap confirm payment. and another screen will pop up in order to ensure the user that the payment has been completed. Um, and the user has a button to go back to the payments after that. He can also filter the payments as for the transactions, and the same procedure is happening here, but he has a button in order to select what currency he wants to search for. This is how the uh, history looks like, and if he presses exchanges here, he will be taken to this screen where he can either buy and sell or look at the history. Uh, this is how the buy and sell screen looks like. So he just enters the amount, what account he wants to transfer the money in, the currency, and the description. He can also cancel the payment if he wants to. Next, he will be taken to this list with all the exchanges rates, where he has to tap the exchange rate he wants to go with. And then he is faced with another menu for either buying or selling, setting a custom date. For example, if he wants to buy some dollars in the future, he can set a date here, and the app will keep in mind uh, to to inform him when the date has come. And that's all. The user had uh, successfully uh, completed the payment. Now, if inside the home menu there is a button for profile, so that button is is this one here, uh, which looks like a person. And if the user presses that button, he will be taken to the settings menu, meaning this one where he can set the face ID, uh, the elder mode, the colorblind mode, the dark mode. He can either contact the bank, he can view the terms and the conditions, and he can change the language the app is in. So if he taps language, he'll be taken to this small menu where he can select the language he desires. If he enables the elder mode, he will be the user the user interface will change such that all the icons will be much more bigger so that anyone can see them. Uh, the elders will also have a fast transaction tab where they just where they can just tap one person and they can make a transaction. They will have the total balance, a button for more details, and as you can see here, the writing is much more bigger so they can see it. Another UI is made for kids. When a kid is making an account, as I said in the previous screens. So the child mode, if the kid is making an account, the user interface will be only this one. There will be no possibility to change to the default user interface since it's not uh, ethical and a good idea to let the kids have access to so many features since they don't really know how to use them and they might get overwhelmed. And as you can see, the design here is more playful, like all the icons have different sizes and different colors. As you can see, they have a button for coupons to apply discounts. They have a button to request money from their guardians. They have a family chat here, but they also have shortcuts to the family chat in case they want to communicate with a member of their family faster without searching their contact in the family chat. Um, Also, the kids UI has total balance and the same format for the buttons on the bottom of the application. This is the dark mode. Nothing is changed apart the background color. The terms and the conditions. And now if the user taps the budgeting icon, which was around here in the home page, he will be taken to this screen where he has three more um, choices of buttons and a button here that shows the user how much he saved. So the same chart here with savings, and if the user taps set budget, he will be taken to this screen where he can see the budget split it into many categories such as entertainment, transport, clothes, food, uh, medicamentations, gifts, and um, this is for child support like uh, books, school, and stuff like this. And the star here represents uh, kind, other kinds of things. The button here will take the user um, to a screen where um, it. I will talk about this later. You'll see where. Um, and here, as I said, there are the percentages of each category. So if he presses the uh, transport button, he would be able to set a budget that will be spent only on transport. The same is happening to the other icons. Okay, so now if he presses management, if he presses, for example, the transport, he will be taken to this pane where he can select a date in the calendar when he has to pay, for example, the train subscription. And the same is happening to all of the others icon. Also, the calendar is linked to the Smart Pay feature. So when a user schedules a payment, uh, the date scheduled will appear um, in this calendar. All right. Now, if the user taps management, he'll be faced with this screen where he can see how much he earned and the total spending, along with um, a graph that goes uh, from Sunday from Sunday to Monday, and one more graph here that shows the user how much he spent in each week of a month, and also if he clicks this button here, he will be taken to a screen where he can see what are the next payments due in, meaning that he will be taken to this screen with the calendar. Next, if the user press the chart button, he will be taken to this screen where he can see his balance and uh, how if the balance dropped, and what he spent and what he earned. Also, he will have another graph here on the transactions on each day of the week, and if he press this button here, he'll be sent to this screen where he can see how much he has saved during a month. If he clicks My Achievements, he will be taken to another screen where he can choose different cosmetics for showing up instead of this pig here. Also, I've designed uh, an example for the notification, so this can be used anywhere. The only thing is just that I have to alter the message here in order to apply to other issues, and also a notification when something goes wrong, such as server issues, or maybe the user lost his internet connection, since it's an app for phones. And this is my design for the final uh, design. Thank you very much.